had a hands-on with the Fujifilm XT4, and I've known about it for about a week now, but...
What's the, like, NDA rules on any of this? Or...
So, okay, the NDA rules are pretty strict.
Okay.
Nothing.
I just caught myself trying to set focus and exposure before I would film myself, but it has a flip-out screen. I was used to the XT3, so there's that. So this is the XT3, and this is the XT4. Let's talk about them. Now, I've heard mixed feelings about the flip-out screen, but I like it. I know some people, they're complaining about they lose the ability to do the swipey, tilty acrobatic screen thing. Then just get an XT3 and a,
Is that a film
gimbal.
camera?
This is a high-end film camera.
You put film in that?
Yeah, it's you develop it at Polaroid.
That's crazy. I have
Yeah.
one of those, man. I
Right?
get that question every single time I go out with the XT3.
Is it a film
Is
camera?
that a film camera?
Oh, because it's got all the dials on top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually I'm not doing that. That microphone, that new microphone capable.
Well, the
film.
big giveaway is the tally light. See, it's going.
Yeah.
That's the best feature.
That's how you know it's working.
Exactly. Well, when you eliminate the need for a gimbal, and then you also eliminate the need for a front-facing screen or external monitor in many cases. Well, how much does a gimbal cost? Let's see, $400 to $800. How much does the screen cost if you're going with small HD? At least $500. Then you got batteries for that. So if you're getting into self-video or video filmmaking, it's worth it just to get the XT4 over the XT3, so you don't have to buy those other things. The price as soon as this comes out is going to be $1,699. It'll be $200 more than the XT3. That's a pretty fair price. So this is a eye detect autofocus vlog test using the XT4 with the handheld in-body image stabilization turned on using the 18 to 55. How's it look? It's the first vlogging camera I've seen that has all of the components that everyone has been asking for in cameras. We've got the flip out screen, we've got the mic jack. It doesn't crop in 4K. It does 4K 60, 10-bit internally, right? Okay. And then it will do 200 megabits per second 4K 60 and 400 megabits per second 4K 30. It's got a new format. We've got MP4 as well. It's got the flip out screen with eye detect, phase detect autofocus, and it's got eye detection as well. That's it. That's everything. It's got all the things that people have asked, and two card slots. Yeah. That's important. And we've got F-Log, and we can do that internally as well. And for the super slow-mo B-rollers, it also does 240 frames per second at 1080p.
Oh, and the battery's twice as big as it was on the XT3. So if you've been waiting for the next upgrade from Sony, well, maybe it's time to jump ship.
I'm running out of patience. I'm about to make my move right now. I'm tired of waiting. I'm running out of patience. I'm about to make my move right now. I'm tired of waiting. I'm running out of patience. I'm about to make my move right now. Yeah, I came up straight from the bottom. Put on the gas, yeah, that's the throttle.
We also get a new film simulation called Bleach Bypass. I'm using it here, and I think it looks great. They said it looks a lot like the color grade to the movie 300. I'm also noticing some glitching and artifacts here, but I think that's just from the pre-production firmware.
As a side note, everything I recorded on this review was on pre-production hardware and pre-production firmware. So they're probably going to sort out any special bugs they have or that you saw in this video, make it even better with their firmware updates that they always do. Again, this is all handheld on the XT4. No, we're okay.
That it was nice and pretty over here.
Yeah, it is.
So it's,
They're shutting us down.
literally, we're testing.
You can only access the photo options when you're in photo mode, and you can only access the video options when you're in video mode. I have a question. So if you're switching between photo and video, does it save those options?
Yes. Yes.
Cool, so you can switch.
Completely, totally independent memory banks.
All right, so we're back in the studio at the end of the day here, and this is my XT3. Obviously, I had to hand back the XT4 at the end of the day. The XT3 and the XT4 both have the same sensor, and they have the same processor. So, I mean, maybe there's going to be a firmware update that comes out that enables 240 frames per second on the XT3. I mean, if it has the same sensor and the same processor, it seems like maybe it's possible. I mean, there's really only one possible complaint that I could come up with for the XT4 is that it still has the micro HDMI out port, but that's really, I mean, when you have everything else answered, that's like the smallest possible complaint that I could come up with. The XT4 really has everything that you could possibly ask for. I mean, you could always find something more to ask for. You could always ask for global shutter. You could ask for XLR inputs. You can ask for, you know, built-in ND filters, but that's when you're getting into cinema camera range, and the XT4 is a $1,700 APS-C mirrorless camera that's got everything that YouTubers have been asking for. It's been an awesome day. It was cool to play with the XT4. Once I get the production XT4 in here, I'll make sure to do some comparisons with the XT3, and I'll do some comparisons against some of my other cameras. So if you're gonna get one, let me know in the comments, or if there's features missing or things that you're wondering about it, let me know in the comments, and then when I get my production XT4 in here, I'll try and answer those questions for you. All right, thanks for watching, and make sure you're subscribed. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Yeah, I came up straight from the bottom. Put on the gas, yeah, that's the throttle. I get the smash cause I get the bottle. These people mad cause I get the mom. I'm changing lanes in my auto. Get to the
Actually, that I would like to.
You
and
want
that would be hilarious.
Okay. Do you want us out of your shot? Are you?
No, we're good.
You're gonna put us in your review?
Perhaps.
Those two Fuji guys were just the best. Sorry, the two Fujifilm guys were just the best.
Someone said.
And that guy with the beard. What's your name again?
Kenny.
Hey, Kenny.
Yes, sir.
You think they're gonna sell a lot of these?
Handful.
I'm running out of patience. I'm about to make my move right now. I'm about to make my move right now. I'm tired of waiting. I'm running out of patience. I'm about to make my move right now. I'm about to make my move right now.